Taylor series approximations. The Taylor series. Taylor series definition, the Taylor series of a functions f of x at x equal to a is an infinite sum of terms calculated from the function derivative at that point. It expresses f of x as this one. So this is the Taylor series definitions. Or in summation, we have f of x equal to the summation from n equal to 0 to infinity. So we have the n derivative of a over n factorial times x minus a raised to the n. So where f of n e here is the n derivative of f of x evaluated at x equal to a. We have the n factorial here is the product of all positive integers up to n. So we have example of the uh, Taylor series here. Our given function here is f of x equal to sine of x. I, it is x equal to 0 at x equal to 0. And we have the first derivative of f of x is the second derivative is cosine of x. So that is equal to 1 if x equal to 0. So the second derivative here is equal to negative sine of x equal to 0 if x equal to 0. The third derivative here is equal to negative cosine x. That is equal to negative 1 if x equal to 0. Then we have the fourth derivative here equal to sine of x equal to 0 if x equal to 0. Then we have the fifth derivative of x. Uh, the fifth derivative is cosine of x equal to 1 if x equal to 0. So by substitution here in the series, Taylor series, we have here. So we substitute here. So we have substitute this equations here in the Taylor series here. So what we have is this one. Okay. So we simplify this one. So we have this one, x minus x cubed minus x minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the fifth over 5 factorial. Okay. So by using Mathematica, we have also this one. So the 0 here means if x equal to 0, so we expand sine of x at x equal to 0. Now we have here 5 terms. So let's write 5 terms here, meaning it is no, not 5 terms, but it's up to uh fifth derivative here. No? So this is the fifth derivative. Okay. But we have only 3 terms here, but the derivative here is up to fifth. So the 0x to the sixth here is the remainder after the fifth derivative. Okay. So if we expand the function f of x equal to sine of x at pi over 4, we have this one. Expanding this at x equal to pi over 4. So let us substitute this in the Taylor series. So we have this one, a substitution. Okay. So the Taylor series at x equal to pi over 4 with 5 terms. So is also equal to this. So we have here 6 terms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have the 7 terms here. 7 terms. But we have only up to 6 here. 6 derivative. So if we have the up to the 6th derivative, we have the 7 terms. Okay. Then we have the Taylor plus here, the normal series. For example, y equal to x plus h. So let's express this in terms of the normal series here. So the normal series is just equal to y of h plus x. No? expand x plus h in the Taylor series around the point x equal to x up to the second order. Since x plus h is a simple linear expression, uh, th- there is no real expansion happening. Okay, and we can have also the normal series for the x minus h here. So let us express y of x minus h, in terms of the normal series here. So we have this one. Okay, approximating the second derivative y with respect to x. So we have here. Later we will explain the detail of this. So we have the Taylor plus here, x plus h. So uh, we have here up to the second order. Okay, so this is the approximation of the second derivative of y with respect to x here. So we have the Taylor plus normal series of y of x plus h. We have the Taylor minus of x. So this is the approximation for the second derivative of y with respect to x using the Mathematica here. So this expression is the approximation of the second derivative of y with respect to x. Okay, so this is the approximation of second derivative of y with respect to x, which is the second derivative of y with respect to x. So the Taylor series here. So this is the approximation. This is the Taylor series for the second derivative of y with respect to x here. So substitute in the Taylor series following the equation, expand x sub 0 and approximate it at x sub 0 plus a here. So let x equal to x sub 0 plus a, or a equal to x minus x sub 0. Then by equation, we write here the equation 1, f of x sub 0 plus a equal to f of x sub 0 plus f prime of x sub 0 times a plus f double prime of x sub 0 over 2 times a squared up to order 2 here. Okay. So similarly, for x sub 0 minus a, we have of x sub 0 minus f prime of x sub 0 a plus f double prime x sub 0 over 2 times a squared. Now, we are going to add the equation 1 and 2 here. So what we have here is, we have the expression by adding equation 1 and 2. Okay. So we have here the geometric interpretation of f of x sub 0 and f of x. Now we have the point here to the left of f of x sub 0 and to the right of f of x sub 0 here. Okay, so for the first derivative here, uh, for the first derivative, uh, so from this Taylor series, remove the remainder. So remove this, uh, we have to remove this remainder, this one. Okay, so remove this remainder from the uh, Taylor series. Okay, so we have the we let point A be located on the right side of the point x sub 0. Okay, so we have this one by substituting here and by locating the point A, look on the right side of x sub 0. For a point A at the left side of this point, so we have also f of x sub 0 minus a. So we have this. Okay. Then subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So what we have here is this one. Okay. Or we have f prime of x sub 0 is equal to this. So this is the if x is at the center point, then to the right, the point is x plus h. And to the left, it is x minus h. So we have the difference here, x, we have the difference equal to 2a by central difference. Hence, uh, our first derivative here, approximation, f of x sub 0, so is equal to this. So this one, uh, so like this one, they are the same. So we have the forward difference approximation for the first derivative. Okay, so we have going to simplify this one. So this forward approximation. Okay, and we have also the backward approximation for the first derivative here. So we have this one. This is the uh, this is what they call the backward difference approximation. Then we have also the central difference approximation for the first derivative here. Okay, so this one. So refer to this geometrical figure here for our. This is the forward. This one is the. So we have the forward difference. Okay, so forward difference. We have minus f of x sub 0, the forward difference. Then for the backward difference, f of x sub 0 minus this one, minus x of sub 0 minus a. No? Okay, so let's continue. So we have examples of a Taylor series here, but it is already a Maclaurin series because x here is equal to 0 here. Okay, so exponential functions. Now this comes from the Taylor series. Is substitute if we substitute in the formula here. So we have the formula here. So if we use this formula, we can have also this exponential functions expressing expanding e of x in terms of x here. Now sine function sine of x around x equal to 0. This is the Maclaurin series. So this is for the sine x, and the cosine of x around x equal to 0. So we have it. So why use Taylor series? Approximates complex functions with polynomials used in calculus, physics, and engineering for approximations. Form the basis for Maclaurin series, which is a Taylor series at x equal to x at a equal to 0. Okay, so we have the series expansion at x equal to 0 here, a equal to 0, expanding at x equal to 0 here. Now we have that turn 10 here. No? So it means this 10 means the 10th derivative. Okay. So how many terms do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 terms. No? So, but there are only 11 terms. Okay, for the Maclaurin series of the cosine functions, so we have also here, so up to the 10th derivative. But how many terms do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have, but only 6 terms here. Then for the Maclaurin series for the sine functions up to 10th derivative, so we have here. Okay, now let's review the error approximation. The, so for our review here, for the forward difference, so we have the first error zeros here. So ignoring higher order terms and solving for first derivative of x. So we have here, okay. So we have to divide by h here. So the order accuracy becomes only h here. Okay. So this is the forward difference approximations. So expressing f prime of x in terms of the other variable and divide the result by h. Okay. So like this one. So you divide both sides by h here and solve for f prime of x. So what we have here is uh, the order of accuracy becomes only h here. So this is the backward difference approximations. For the central difference approximation, more accurate. No? So using both forward and backward approximation here. Okay. So by subtracting this, no? So subtract the second equation here from the first, the second, subtract the second series here from the first series here. All right. So here we have uh, the cancellation of f of x. All right. Okay. And uh, solve for f prime of x and divide by h. So we have only the order of accuracy here is equal to 2. Okay. So this is the central difference approximation, which is more accurate because the error is h squared instead of OH. Okay. So divide by h also, we have the order of approximation of h. OH is the order of accuracy. Okay. So Taylor's approximation for the first derivative here. Okay. So we have here. So we have the forward difference here and we have the backward difference here. Now we have the values here. The step size is equal to 0.01. So our given x here, the given angle is pi over 4. So we can have the result here. This is the forward difference. This is the backward difference. And this is the central difference. Now, this is the actual value for pi over 4. So the central difference approximation is more accurate. So if we compare this uh, to the central difference here. So the central difference here is more accurate. So the value is closer to the value in the actual value. So the central difference method is more accurate approximation compared to forward or backward difference method because it has lower truncation error in its Taylor series expansion. Here's why. So we have the forward difference method here. So first order accurate here. And so the order of accuracy is equal to 1. For the backward difference here, so the order of this is a first order accurate. So the order of accuracy is equal to 1 also. For the central difference method, so we have the second order accuracy. So we have h squared. So this is more accurate. So since the central difference has an h squared error, it means that as h decreases, the error reduces much faster than in the forward or backward difference method, which have only OH error. Okay, the Taylor series justifications expanding f of x plus x and f of x minus h using Taylor series. Right, subtracting these equations. So the difference is, so we have a cancellation of f of x of and f of x here. Okay, so uh, the remaining h or the remaining order of accuracy is OH 3. Okay. Okay, so if we divide both sides by h here, so we have h squared here. The order of accuracy becomes h squared. Since the error term is h squared, it is smaller than OH error in forward and backward difference, making central difference more accurate. Okay, so the symmetry advantage. The forward and backward difference method introduces and asymmetry, leading to larger terms. The central difference method balances error from both sides, reducing the impact of higher order terms. So uh, we have a explanation for this central difference method. The central difference method balances error, no, from both sides, reducing the impact of higher order terms. The second order terms, OH, are cancelled, and so it reduces the impact of higher order terms. Okay, so the conclusion here, the central difference method is more accurate because it has a smaller truncation error, OH squared instead of OH. It leverages symmetry, which cancels out more error terms, and it provides a better approximation of the true derivative for small h. So the Taylor's approximation for the second derivative, so we have using a Taylor series expansion, the second derivative can be approximated using finite differences. So we have here expanding at x plus h. So adding this to equation cancel out the art order terms. No? So solving for f double prime, we have here. Okay, so this is our approximation for the second derivative. Now, dividing both sides by h squared, we have f double prime of x equivalent to this one. Okay, so final approximation, central difference approximations. So this one, okay, because this is h to the fourth. So if we divide this by h squared, we have only h squared here. So final approximation, central difference formula here. So order of accuracy is h squared, second order accurate. Most commonly used method for numerical second derivative. Okay, so we have example of uh, and at and number here using no how how what is example of using these symbols in Mathematica? Example, a square list number at secant squared and slash here and at 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So we have the output here 146 149 16 25. Okay. So example of order of accuracy, which is equal to 2, OH squared. Example here, our given function here is equal to sine x. So our x sub 0 is equal to pi over 4. So we have the true value here, f of x, the second derivative of f of x with respect to x. And x here is equal to pi over 4. So we have the finite difference second derivative here. All right, so using the second derivative approximation that we have here, that we have discussed before. So we have this, so over h squared, like this one. So we have h squared. So we have also here h squared. So choose step size. So our values for h are zero point 0.1, 0.05, and zero point 0.01. So compute approximation and errors. So approximate the finite difference second derivative at its values here, 0.1, 0.05, 0.01. So we have the table form transpose its values, approximations, errors. So we have the table heading here. So we have the output here. Okay. And we have the second derivative of sine x with respect to x. And x is equal to pi over 4 here. So what we have here is negative 1 over 2. So the order of accuracy is 2. So reducing h equal to zero point 0.1 to h over 2, 0.05, reduces the absolute error to 0.005, 89059 divided by 4. So this is equal to 0.00147301. Since the error decreases quadratically as h gets smaller, order of accuracy is 2. So that is by reducing h to h over 2. Error is also reduced to error divided by 2 squared or 4. So the error term here is OH, the error term is OH squared. Okay. So for example here, H equal to zero point 0.1 here. So uh, sec- the second order, the derivative of the second derivative of y with respect to x at x equal to 5/4 is negative 0.706531. All right, this one. Okay. Now, if the step size is equal to zero point zero 0.05, the corresponding value for uh, second derivative at the second derivative is the approximate value for the second derivative is negative 0.7069759. Okay, so we have here negative 706,959. Then we have the absolute value. The absolute value is, so we have the actual value here. So this is actual value. Okay, so minus the absolute value here. All right. So the answer is uh, 0.005 89059 here. Then for the error 2 here, so the error 2, the absolute value is 0.004173. So we have to subtract here. Subtract uh, for h equal to zero point zero 0.05 here. Subtract from the uh, sine of pi over 4 here. So what we have is 0.0014. So we have here. So this value is approximately equal is equal to this value. Okay. So error 3, it's further, and the error 3 here, so reducing h to zero point zero 0.01, it further reduces the absolute error because the step size is further reduced. So the error here is, you see here, so this is negative 5.8953. So this one, all right. So approximating e of x, e to the x with the step size equal to zero point zero 0.01. So we have here, uh, this is the exponential of x. So we have example function here. So the second derivative here, this is the approximate value for the second derivative here. Okay, so x plus h uh, minus 2 times x plus h plus x minus h divided by h squared. So evaluate at x equal at pi over 4. So the second derivative pi over 4 here. Okay, so this is the this is the approximate value for the second derivative. Now for the actual value here, so this is the actual value. This one, 2.19328. All right, uh, so this value is uh, closer to this value, 2.19328.